let's review quiz number 2 in MIDI 1. And first we're talking about status bytes and data bytes, right? I went over how you need both of them together to make a complete MIDI message. The status byte is always going to start with a 1. The data byte is always going to be a 0. All right, channel voice messages are things like note on and note off. These are mostly the messages that I care about when I'm making music, right? You have a few different modes that your general MIDI system can be in. The most common is mode number 3. That is with Omni off. Okay, so not having all of the controllers controlling all of the synthesizers, and poly on, where you have multiple notes coming from those different synthesizers. Good. Tune request is an old command that used to be very useful when you had a bunch of different synthesizers doing a bunch of different things. Now it's pretty much useless if you have internal synthesizers and samplers. They don't have anything to retune. Okay, MIDI time clock has 24 ticks per beat. And it's going to be tempo dependent. So the faster the song goes, the faster those ticks are going to be. And 24 is a nice way that it goes evenly into 2s, 3s, 4s, 6s, 8s, all of those different fractions. Okay. System exclusive. It's a pretty interesting topic to me. Now, one of the things that system exclusive does not do is to save your music, right? Saving is not something that's going to be specific to one brand and not to another. Everybody's going to want to save the same way. Okay, pitches. You can do up to 128 pitches in one channel on MIDI. And for the most part, I don't think you really want a single sound that's going to be more than 128 pitches away from the other. But I'm sure someone has. Control change is a message that we will use sometimes, but it is not a system real-time message. System real-time is for the system overall, not just for individual channels. So things like time clock, system reset, active sensing, and things that are happening in real time, those are system real-time messages. Aftertouch is probably where I made that motion where you push on a note and it turns the note on, but then if you push harder or less hard while you're holding that note, it will send another MIDI message and add some vibrato, add some modulation, maybe something else. But none of the ones that are listed in the book are aftertouch. So none of those examples are whatever it is. None of the above is the answer. And lastly, it is true that a note on message that is at 0, so velocity of 0, is the same as a note off message. And that's another way of turning a note off. Okay, well, I hope that was helpful. And remember, like the kangaroo says, at these prices, I am not surprised.